Welcome to HEBRAIC Faith TV. This is your man, Superintendent Maccabees. Listen, me and the crew, we here with a live reaction video. We have never seen this before. You're going to be the first. You're going to be viewing it just like we're viewing it. Listen, we're going to give you real reactions. We're going to give you real commentary on this. We don't know what we're about to watch, so, hey, get ready. We're viewing it for the first time just like you are. Let's go.
School officials tried to sexually transition a student behind her mom's back. The school went full Dylan, calling her by a different name, and even giving her chest binders. A chest binder is like a compression sleeve that you put around your upper body to flatten your chest. It's the next step in transitioning a girl to a boy. All that's left basically is hormone replacement therapy. And the school told the girl not to tell her parents and encouraged her to transition into a boy. Eventually, the girl's mom, Amber Levine, found out and confronted the school board. Watch.
She's a minor child, my minor child. And under no circumstances should she have been provided a chest binder without knowledge of the parents. This secret has caused our child exacerbated symptoms of distress, anxiety, and aggression.
But the school didn't punish the official for dealing chest binders. The school didn't find anything wrong with that. There's a name for this.
A social worker at the school encouraged the student to keep a secret from their parents. This is the very definition of child predatory sexual group. Predators work to gain a victim's trust by driving a wedge between them and their parents.
And although the mother considers herself a Democrat, she's being attacked for her beliefs by other Democrats. And now she's standing up to the school board. The mom is suing the school. What did they specifically say? It's okay to transition a child?
Yeah, they've essentially said that the behavior of the social worker, they don't see any wrongdoing here. They didn't do an investigation. They essentially had a conversation with the social worker and myself and decided that
Mom fuming as daughter, 13, gets chest binder at school and is urged not to tell parents. A Maine mom is demanding an investigation after a school counselor secretly gave her daughter a chest binder, an undergarment used to flatten breasts in order to appear more male. Amber Levine says her 13-year-old daughter had been assigned a new guidance counselor at Great Salt Bay Community School, who had been advising her daughter about gender transitioning without her knowledge. Levine is now represented by lawyers from the Arizona-based Goldwater Institute, who argue that the school's actions are unconstitutional. But some transgender activists say parents aren't entitled to know if their child wants to change their name and pronouns at school.
Listen, I know, I'm looking at y'all faces. Listen, when I worked in California, I worked at the binder. My non-binary child that I worked with had that chest binder the whole night. I found out in school in California. That's another reason why we left California. I found out in the school that in California, they don't have to tell the parents that they're making those transitions. California is a very liberal state. And so yeah, it's allowed there.
Correct me if I'm wrong, though. Correct me if I'm wrong. A child cannot sign a legal document. In order for me and you to change our names, we got to go to court to change our names legally because we're of consenting age. I can't just say tomorrow at my job, my name is John Smith, without going to court and getting papers for permission to change my name. I'm not even changing my sex. I'm just changing my name. So they're saying that it's okay for a minor child. Yes. When they say that a minor child can't consent to nothing.
My face looked like Suka's face. Now, when I first, it was unbelievable to me. I thank the Most High for the children that I had, but it blew me up. I got to make sure they get there, or I'm in trouble for truancy. I got to make sure, even by certain ages, I don't get like anything on the tax return for them. Like at 17, I don't get taxes back for them, but yet I need to make sure that I'm meeting all their basic needs, or CPS can come and take them away. But yet they can literally go to school and change their name, change their sex and everything, and not have to tell the parent. Yeah.
I'm going to say this to you. I would have beat the brakes off that social worker. I'm not even going to play with you, bro. I'm not going to play. I'm just being real.
Yeah.
You would have had to bail me out, bro.
Yeah,
I was been in there with a deadly intent. It was whatever they want to put on it. I was stomped that social worker, stomped them out right in the office. Then I would have beat up the principal. Then I'd have beat up the vice principal. Then I'd have beat up the secretary. I'm just being real. I'd have beat up everybody in the office. Real talk. You doing this foolishness behind my back,
man,
nigga. Boy, I'm finna come through there and I'm stomping them out.
Yeah.
That's the first one.
I'm gonna treat you like the dirty ruach you are. And I'm gonna stomp you to the ground. I kid you not. You'd have had to bail me out, brothers, and I would have fought it on the streets. But
I'd have
declared.
bailed you out quick.
Yes, sir.
I'd bailed you out quick.
Man, listen. Woo! That mother right there. See, where the husband at? Where the father at?
And I think a lot of that is the problem with the family unit in general, especially for the so-called black family. I say so-called because we Israel, but the so-called black family, you see, we're becoming the face of a lot of these movements. We're becoming the face of a lot of these movements, etc. You're seeing the lack of true fatherhood in the home. That's why Malachi 4 has to come to pass when it says that the hearts of the fathers shall be turned to the children. Fathers, train your children up in the way they should go. Fathers, raise your children. Fathers, this. Fathers, listen, mom plays her part.
Yeah.
But it's something about the presence. I saw a nature film. Let me finish this one thought real quick, buddy. I saw the nature film one time, and there was a pride of lions. It was like a mega pride or super pride, and there was 2 male lions, and they were out patrolling the territory. You know how lions they got to earn their keep. They protect. So what was happening is the pride of lions, the youth were acting up and being unruly or whatever they were doing, and they were giving them women a hard time. So the women started like calling out. Next thing you know, those male lions came back to the pride and chastised all of them kids, restore order right back to the pride. That's what we men need to do concerning our families. Come in like the lions we are and restore order to our family. Go ahead, brother. I just wanted to tell that story.
Oh, that's exactly right. But you got to also think of it like this. Like you said, they're trying to make us the face of everything. All these movements, man. You look at the commercials, it's always, a black man with another black man.
On the HIV commercials.
Right.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on.
They did a study. I watched this study because my wife, she took criminology. So one of the studies that they did was the effects of a man in the house. They said the effects of a man in a house is substantial. When a man is in a house, whether he's there with the wife or he has the child by himself, that child is less likely to be in the system. It's the presence of the man that keeps the child in order.
Yes,
Women
sir.
are important roles in their children's life. But just like you said, with that pride of lions, the woman needs that man to come in to set that boundary to let these kids know you can only go so far, because when that lion roars, everything ceases.
It's different.
Just like in our houses, when we get upset, the whole house just freezes.
Yes.
Mom could be bickering, doing whatever she wants. Children are still acting up, but once we say, "All right, that's enough,"
that's enough.
That's it.
It shuts down.
We say that's enough, and then what happens? You get mumbling under their voices, and then you're like, "I heard what you said." I don't get your teeth knocked out.
You don't get your head knocked off.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Our look has been more potent than our wives yelling. Like,
yes,
I just would just show up, and the kids would just look, and they because they knew it. I'm not one for a lot of talking. So either it get to the point, if you don't listen, because listen, treat your mom like I said it. So if you're not gonna do that, then know when I deal with you, I'm not coming to talk. You already know how I get down.
You put it this way. In my house, my wife has the same authority as me I'm not here. When I'm not here, even when I'm here, she got the same authority as me. So if you tell her no, you just told me no. Right. And I don't take kindly to that.
Right.
My son came home. I went to pick my son up today. The AP called me. The VP called me and said he did such. I pulled up. He come out the door. I looked at him. He immediately dropped his head. He dropped his head like, oh man, dad here. He got in the truck. I looked at him. He dropped his head. I looked at him. I said, man, I said, don't even say nothing. Don't even speak to me right now.
Yeah.
Don't even do that because you're gonna make it worse right now.
Absolutely.
I don't want to embarrass you in front of this school right here. No.
I'm with the philosophy: you act up, you get smacked up.
Right where you at.
Up.
Right where you at.
You act up right here, you get
I
smacked
didn't wait
up
until
right
you get home.
My mama used to hit me in the store.
Right.
Pinch me in the store, slap me.
Right.
Don't
Like the
ask
first
nothing,
Prince.
don't touch nothing.
Right.
I don't have no money to pay for something that you break, because if you break it, we got problems.
Man, hey, I believe in them parents just don't understand beatings. They took turns. One was beating while the other was driving.
That's crazy, man.
Listen, I'm stomping your behind from the time you fell out in the store to the time we get in the car to the time we get to the house. You get in that business.
Man, we
do it again.
Work.
You'll never do it again.
Freeway.
Huh?
Me and Linda was getting on the freeway one day, and Miles said something slick.
Man, look.
And I'm driving. And Linda jumped up, got on her knees in the chair, took off the chair, just whack, just went nuts. I said, "That's right." She didn't wait. You addressed it right then and there. But I'm driving. I'm like, dude, getting on the 91 ramp right there. I said, wow.
One thing I will say, years ago, our mom, when she was alive, she said, y'all need to start homeschooling your kids. It was something I never considered because my kids were older, but she said it's something because she said there's some stuff coming down the pipe that y'all not going to be able to, y'all not going to like. And she's talking about that. And it just reminded me of 2 Corinthians 6:17, where it says, wherefore come out from among them and be ye separate, says Yahweh, and touch not the unclean things I will receive. Now, I was talking about things that sacrifice are connected to idols, but even still, we're the temple of the Ruach HaKodesh. And so there are things that's being taught to our children in school. They're being introduced to stuff that do not line up with our book. The word unclean. So we may have to consider, especially I know my kids have babies and stuff in the future. We're going to have to figure out this thing out, because I don't want my grandbabies to be raised up. And I know you have a beautiful young daughter, Brother E. You know, Suka, your son's a little older. Your youngest child is a little older. So he's in, to me, a good mental space where he knows the right from wrong and what we stand for. But yeah, I mean, I imagine that your situation got to be a little nervous, Brother E, from that standpoint.
It is, because, you know, I want her to be socially active with other kids, but I don't want her to be indoctrinated, because that's what these classrooms and these schools have really become. I mean, they were indoctrination centers always, but now they're more so indoctrination centers to the extreme of you as a 7-year-old can choose your path.
Right.
You don't even know your path, but
right.
you can choose your path.